Welcome back to WSJU Radio, the #1 college radio station in New York City, with your host, Kev. Today we have a very special guest dropping hits like No Idols on his last call. We got Nazzy Nazz in the building.
Gang. Heartbreak Kid, man. What's up?
How's it going? How was the drive here?
Yeah, it was good. What's kind of tired.
Tired. Welcome to St. John's. We love to have you here. So where did you grow up in the Bronx?
Cypress 141.
141. So, you've seen there's two different sounds in the Bronx right now. You got the melodic sound, A-Boogie, TJ, then you got the drill right now scene. What do you think is the sound of the Bronx?
I think both things doing good. For me, right now, ain't a lot of drills popping right now, but you got people out there that doing melodic and stuff right now. So I can't really pick and choose what's the sound right now.
What do you prefer?
I like making music.
You like making music?
Yeah, that's my vibe right there, making music. For everybody to relate to and stuff like that.
What inspired you to start rapping?
My big bros, Richie and Stockton was rapping before me and stuff like that. So they already had a couple songs out and stuff like that. And I used to watch it a lot, because I'm younger than all of them. I'm the youngest one. And I used to just watch them make music and all that. And I just told myself, man, I could do this too, probably. And I just went to the studio, and then I just kept working. Stacks was the first person to download the studio app on my laptop. That's where I started rapping.
And then they were rapping 5 to 6 years. So how long you been rapping for? How many years?
Probably 3, probably the most 4 right now, but I think 3 years strong. I really was rapping for.
All right. And then they're part of LNF. You're part of LNF. How did you become a part of LNF?
We all grew up together.
All grew up together?
Yeah, we all just grew up together. I just always was little bro.
So who do you think is the most lit one in the label? If y'all go to the club, they need to be there type from the label. I don't know.
What you mean
who's the most fun to be with? You, Richie, or Stacks? Who's the most lit?
They know who the most fun person to be with me.
Alright. So what do you bring different that's different from Richie, Rozay, and LNF Stacks? LNF Stacks is doing the whole drill type thing. Richie Rozay also is doing melodic. What is different from you from them?
I just felt we all equal and all that. There's no competition or nothing like that.
No, not competition.
It's just
how do you compliment each other?
I mean, I feel I talk more for the females in my story when I'm making music. You understand? Richie, you understand his name. She's a street poet. He talk for the streets. Stacks, he do his own thing. So I feel I'm more for the females. That's why my name is Heartbreak Kid. That's my name right there. And
speaking about your name, your rap name is Nazzy Nazz. How do you get the name Nazzy Nazz?
Rozay.
Rozay?
Yeah,
what's the story behind it?
We just in the crib, when I'm making my Instagram and all that, to start to post my music and all that. We just thinking of stuff like that. Richie wanted me to be Lil Nazzy or some weird some shit like that. I'm I can curse on it, right?
Yeah.
He wanted me to be Lil Nazzy or something. I'm nah, I ain't trying. I don't want that to be my name right there. Things just kept going. I'm my Facebook name was already Nazzy Nazz at the time. So I'm yeah, my rap name's gonna be Nazzy Nazz. So then he just came up with I couldn't use Nazzy Nazz as an Instagram name at the time. It was saying user already taken it and all that. So he just came up official Nazzy Nazz right there. And that just became.
And then, you guys part of LNF, QC the label. You have their own compilation album. Will we see an LNF album? You, Stacks, Richie, Rozay?
Yeah, I'm gonna see that eventually.
Eventually? Alright. So in January you was promoting, I seen Backseat Music, in January you was promoting a single and you said you're gonna drop an album. You dropped an album. When can we see that release an album? Because you didn't drop the album. Yeah,
something had happened with the tune call and stuff like that. So it got delayed and stuff like that. But to me, I look at things as signs and stuff like that. Right. So when that happened, I'm maybe this was a sign to not rush to drop the project. Maybe I need to wait, go review some things. So I just decided you know what, I ain't gonna drop the project and everything. So I'm just gonna go back, look on some things, probably change it around and stuff like that. So that's really why I didn't drop the project. But it's new music on the way though, gonna drop soon.
How soon we gonna see? Next week, 2 weeks?
I'm about to shoot a video next week. I just put something in the works on Apple Music that's gonna be here probably in 2 weeks, featuring Vino and Richie Rozay. That's gonna drop soon.
And then speaking about your music, I seen like your first song ever posted on SoundCloud was Trenches with D Money
free James.
and TJ Porter. So from that to your most recent single that's on SoundCloud called Antisocial, how do you feel you grew as an artist?
I just feel like over the time, like I got better. Like that's how I felt with me. Like I felt like every song, it was always like a step forward every time I was in the studio. Like I always say that with everybody. Like people always tell me that like every song you make is like you get better and better. Understand? So I feel like in the beginning I was just like I was more nervous as an artist. Now I feel like I'm like I could do like anything on the song right now. Like before I used to be so shy in the studio. Like I'd be there stuck, not being able to complete a verse and stuff like that. Now I just got that. I don't know how to say it like that. Like I just got that motor, like that go, like it's easy.
Like what processes do you go to make a song? Because I have heard rappers say that they hear the beat, they make the song, or they make they rap the lyrics and then they choose the beat after. What do you do?
I like hearing the beat. Like
first?
Like it's like I like going in the studio. I like loud music too. So I like being in the studio, just making the music. I can't like I try to write sometimes. Don't get me wrong, like, I try to write, but it's just always better just being in the studio. I like being in front of the microphone, being able to try different things and stuff like that. Because it's not the same.
Right. So you be freestyling most of your tracks and punching in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you coming up with all these crazy lines, just punching, that's crazy. I can give it up to that. All right. So speaking about people, who else do you collab with? You collab with B Tropico and all that.
Yeah, that's my man.
All right. Who else would you want to collab with then?
Right now, like, people I want to collab with, Future, Baby, and I always wanted to make a song with Drake.
All right.
I feel like that would be crazy.
If some people want to make a song with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I need a Nazzy Nazz feature. What are the requirements? Are you charging? The song gotta be nice. Oh,
just hit me up. I'm just gonna talk. You know, that's how that works. Just hit me up. We talk.
All right. And then out of your whole discography, there's about like 40 songs. What are the 3 songs you recommend people should listen to then?
Recommend people to listen to. I wrote December 11th. What else I got out? I don't even know what it is. Let Me Down is a good song. And what else? Go listen to Last Call on the tape. Street Poet featuring me. That's tough right there.
And then you spoke earlier about how most of your songs about like women and stuff like that. It's about personal experiences just in general.
It's like when I tell stories about my music, it's about things that I see, things that I go through.
So then do you feel like you're an underrated storyteller?
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like if more people was to like really like listen, they'd understand like this kid telling the story.
Right. And then lyrics stories into lyrics and stuff like that. And you flow really good as a melodic rapper. What do you think is more important to you? To flow on a song or what you're saying?
I mean, I think both play a big part. You can't just have one. You can't just have a good sound. Like you gotta be saying things. Like people don't just want to hear it. They want to hear like they want to hear some bars and stuff like that.
Then what is your end goal as a rapper? Like once you accomplish this, like damn, I accomplished everything in the rap game.
That's a list that I'm gonna be here all day talking.
All day.
Like, there's so many things I want to do. Like it's just like the main. Like say the question again. Like what you mean by
like your ultimate goal? Like you can look back and like I did this, I did that. Like I feel accomplished so far.
Oh, win a Grammy.
Win a Grammy?
Yeah, of course.
All
I thought you meant like something I want to do, but yeah, like something I could look back as an accomplishment. Yeah, win a Grammy.
All right, and then you've been rapping for 4 years, and that's future accomplishments. Do you feel satisfied where your rap career is taken so far?
Totally.
Totally.
From where I started at and where I'm at right now, it's a big difference.
And then you speak about like, do you have a lot of potential? What type of potential do you think you have? Like, you spoke about Grammy. Like, you have that. You think you have that potential in you?
Yeah.
Right.
I told you I got that motor. I know I can do it. Nobody can tell me I can't do nothing. I do it.
I seen that, like, you was on radio, Hot 97, like,
Yeah.
hearing yourself on the radio, how was that feeling?
That gave me the chills. Like, that made me realize, like, I could go somewhere with this. Like, I'm already right here. That was, like, into my second year rapping, me being there. First there, so it meant something to me.
And if that means something to you, then I think this should mean something to you. How do you feel when you go to the Bronx? Before, like 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you was walking out with your friends. You know, no one really knew you. Now you go down to Bronx, kids like, oh, Nazzy Nazz, let me take a pic. Or how does that feel, like kids looking up to you now?
That feels good. Like, I remember when I used to go out with my cousin, and like nobody really knew who I was and nothing like that. Like, I'm listening to other rappers' songs get played in the club. Hold on. Now I walk in the club, they paying me to walk in the club to show my face. I mean, playing my song back to back, shouting my name. And I was like, that's what I'm saying. It's like a big difference like that. When I'm in the club and I'm in that environment, I see all that. That means a lot to me. Like, it tells me like, all right, you made it this far. Like, keep going. That keeps me going. Like, when I'm in the studio and I'm making a song, I'm thinking about all those nights where I see everybody bumping my song in the club, having a good time. Like, that keeps me going.
Do you want to be a role model to these kids? Or
of course. I got a lot of little cousins that look up to me, know all my songs, word for word. Like, I got to be a role model. I can't set the wrong example to them. They watching me. Like, it's not like they're not watching me. They be on my YouTube all day. So if I do something wrong, they going to look at it like, oh, for me, I don't want them to follow me.
And then rap is a lot of critique and all that. And then, you know, artists should critique themselves. Like, what do you think you should improve as a rapper?
What you mean by
like, what do you think is like, oh, okay, I think I should flow a little bit better on this song, rap a little, or
I always try to, like, I don't try to be too cocky, like, oh, yo, I'm good, like, I got this song, all my songs is going to be fire. Like, I always try to, like, be better. Like, I always want to be better than my last, basically. Like, see, like, Antisocial, when I made that, I thought that song was fire. Of course, I'm making a new song. Got to be better than Antisocial. Got to be better than December 11th. Got to be better than everything else I drop. That's how I go when I'm in the studio. I want everything to be like at its best.
All right. And then, what do you want to accomplish before the year ends? December comes around. We're going into 2022. What do you want? What needs to be done?
I got a goal that I set myself that I didn't really set for myself. That I didn't really tell nobody. I want to touch, like, I done touched 100K before on YouTube and stuff. I want to touch 100K by the end of the summer by myself with no feature, no, just me, 100K views.
You have the talent to do that.
Of course, I got the talent. I know I can do it. And I'm going to do it. But that's a goal that I set for myself. Like, I want to have 100K views by myself on a song. I know I'm going to do it, though.
And that's my last question. I always ask this question. You know, I asked this to Richie, Rozay, I asked to Stacks. What type of legacy do you want to have with the name Nazzy Nazz? You already know the question? People bring up Nazzy Nazz. What should they associate with it?
I just want them to remember me. Like, that's, I don't know. I don't know. That's a question I don't know how to answer right now.
Right.
Like, see, I'm not really thinking about that. But I just want everybody to just love me for me. I don't want to set no bad reflection. And I just want everybody to respect me.
All right, thank you for tuning in. Where people can find you at on socials?
Instagram, official Nazzy Nazz, SoundCloud, Nazzy Nazz, YouTube, Nazzy Nazz.
All right, thank you for tuning in.
Gang, Heartbreak K, LNF